What if death wasn't peaceful? What if instead of light and comfort, you woke up in a nightmare? A forest where trees scream in agony, a nursery filled with demonic children, and a grinder that tears you apart over and over again. These are not horror movies. These are real near-death experiences reported by people who claim to have seen something beyond death. Howard Storm was a man of intellect, a professor of art, an atheist. He believed in only what he could see and touch. But in 1985, death showed him something else. Voices called to him from the darkness, kind at first, welcoming even.
"Come with us,"
they said. But as Howard stepped closer, the shadows grew clearer. Their forms were grotesque, their smiles twisted. They led him into an endless void. The warmth was gone. The whispers turned to taunts, then to screams. And then they attacked. Howard felt pain beyond comprehension, a suffering that words cannot describe. In that moment of torment, Howard realized where he was. This wasn't just death. This was hell. With nothing left, he called out to the one thing he had denied his entire life: God, who pulled him from the depths. It was 1991 when Pam Reynolds faced the impossible. A deadly aneurysm lodged deep in her brain left her with one option: a procedure so extreme it required her to be declared clinically dead. Her body was drained of blood, her temperature lowered to near freezing. Her brain activity gone. Eyes taped shut, ears blocked. Pam Reynolds was dead. Pam later described rising from her body, weightless, watching the doctors work frantically to save her lifeless form. She felt herself being pulled upward into a tunnel of blinding light. There was no pain, no fear, just an overwhelming sense of peace. But then, she saw them. Pam encountered figures she recognized, relatives long gone, waiting for her with open arms. But as she moved closer, a voice stopped her. She was told to go back. Her work wasn't finished, and she woke up, cold, weak, and confused. But Pam remembered everything. In a moment of medical crisis, Nancy Evans Bush's body shut down, and she was pulled into a realm not of light, but of unending darkness. What she found there would haunt her for the rest of her life. The silence was deafening. There were no voices, no sounds, just a crushing sense of isolation. Time lost all meaning. Seconds felt like hours, hours like centuries. In that emptiness, Nancy felt the weight of despair unlike anything she had ever known. She described it as a sensation of total abandonment, as if she had been erased from existence. Nancy tried to call out, but her voice was swallowed by the darkness. Just as she felt herself slipping deeper into despair, she was pulled back. A sudden jolt, like a tether yanking her from the abyss, returned her to life. Mariandre Cardenas suffered a severe asthma attack, which was a doorway to another realm. When her body failed her, her mind traveled to a place that words could barely describe. As the world around her faded, Mariandre was surrounded by an all-encompassing light, brighter than anything she had ever seen, yet soft and comforting. She described it as a place beyond comprehension, filled with beings of light who seemed to know her. One presence stood apart from the others, a being of immeasurable brilliance, radiating a joy so profound that Mariandre felt utterly at peace. She believed it was God, a source of light and love unlike anything she had ever known. God spoke to her, not with words, but through a presence she could feel.
"It's not your time yet. You have to go back."
And with that, Mariandre was pulled from paradise, back to the confines of her earthly body. These stories of near-death experiences, some peaceful, others terrifying, offer a glimpse into the unknown. They remind us how fragile life truly is and how profound our journeys beyond this world might be. Whether they are messages from another realm, reflections of our subconscious, or something science has yet to explain, one thing is certain: they change the lives of those who experience them forever. Thank you for watching.